Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. It's just Monday, and we're doing some backlogs of reviews. In my hands is the Superior Spider-Man. This is the complete collection of Volume 2. So this collects issues, it's really kind of printed small, 17 through 31 and annual 1 through 2 by Dan Slott, Christos, Gage, Ryan Stegman, Giuseppe Camuncoli, Humberto, Ramons, Javier, Rodriguez, and like a whole lot more. There is tons of people that are involved with this. Actually, you know what? We're gonna read the credits. Dan Slott, Ryan Stegman, Livesay, Edgar, Delgado, Chris Eliopoulos, Jason Howard, Humberto Ramos, Javier Rodriguez, Marcos Martin, Victor Olazaba, Alvaro, Lopez, Edgar, Delgado, I think I already did. That one, already did. Jason Howard, Dan Slott, Giuseppe Camuncoli, John Dell, Antonio Fabela, Chris Eliopoulos, John Dell, Terry Pallot, Antonio Fabela, Laura Martin, J.G. Jones, Will Sliney, Victor Olazaba. I think that's everyone. Mike Del Mundo. Here we go. We got everyone. All right, so this is part of Dan Slott's run. His really impressive run on Spider-Man. I know a lot of people gave crap about the Spider-Man run. I really enjoyed it, and I especially enjoyed it after Doc Ock took over Spider-Man's body, and that's what this covers. So this is a lot of the story about Dr. Octopus taking over Spider-Man's body. I think this was like the middle chapters of that epic, and him just trying to be the better Spider-Man. And the things I really liked about it, so, you know, obviously there's that idea of the villain in the superhero's body. We know things are going to go back to the way they were at some point. We don't necessarily know how. But what I think Dan Slott did really, really well is that played off of Doc Ock, his arrogance, the fact that he thought he was better than Peter Parker, smarter than Peter Parker, and wanted to prove himself better by being the superior Spider-Man, the better Spider-Man. And he's doing that and trying to be more efficient, doing more technology, trying to solve problems in a different way. So basically we get to see Spider-Man resolving issues in a different way without it totally changing Peter Parker. And I think was a really neat thing to explore and done really well. So this volume had a whole bunch of different arcs in it. There's a lot of stuff with Alchemax that's kind of like the ongoing theme throughout a lot of the entire story, is that kind of the villain that's throwing rocks in. Spider-Man 2099's in it. Venom's in it, Black Cat's in it, but a good part of it is also this Goblin Nation story where the Green Goblin's rising. We don't know who's the Green Goblin is or what's the deal going on with that. So this would be interesting, is like, how does Spider-Man deal with the Green Goblin and all his cronies through the mind of Doc Ock? Now, this is a person who's worked with the Green Goblin in the past, so has a very different perspective about all of that. So to be able to see Doc Ock take on these issues like that, I think I really enjoyed it. I think consistently it was like a really fun run on Spider-Man. I know some people didn't enjoy it. Totally okay if you didn't enjoy it. You don't have to enjoy everything. Not every comic is for everyone. But for someone who was always kind of like a ho-hum Spider-Man fan, I read a lot of it, but this actually got me to really look forward to it and start reading it and reading it consistently. So, you know, props to Dan Slott. Like, I thought he was actually doing something really different and interesting and something new that I know I haven't read before. And he played the long game. Like, he wrote that character for a really long time, for tons of issues, and the arcs that he did, like, really paid off, I think, in the end. There was there's some creators who do that long arc. John Hickman's like one of them. Matt Fraction's another one. And some pay off, some don't. And this one I thought paid off, and it was always enjoyable. And you can pick this up and for the most part enjoy it. There's also a lot of clearly Dan Slott having fun with Spider-Man's past and paying homage to a lot of it. So there's just art that is straight up riffs on what came before. So that was the other thing I think I really enjoyed about the arc, is that it knew where it was coming from. There was things that straight up riffed on what came before, and I don't want to say rip off, but riffed is a better thing. And, you know, Slott gave a slight twist to it, and that's something I think was really entertaining about it. So, you know, this was the body swap done right, and it went on for a really long time. And in the end, like, I enjoyed it. Like, I'll go back and reread some of these comics. Like, I think they were really good. And rereading this, like, I enjoyed it then. I enjoyed it now. There's very little that I disliked on it, and yeah, like this was just a fun time for Spider-Man. It was a time I enjoyed to be able to see the character through a different character's eyes and different take on the character without totally changing who was under the mask. It wasn't Peter Parker acting like this. It was Doc Ock. So we got to see Spider-Man, Doc Ock's version of it, and I thought that was really fun. And there's still, ramifications playing today about all of that. So I really enjoyed it. I thought this was a great phase of the character. And yeah, so there's a lot of issues in that. 17 through, it was like, 15, 16 issues of it, 16, 17 or whatever, for $39.99, $40 in the US. As far as extras, there are a lot of covers, a lot of variant covers you can check out. You get little Spider-Man $20.99. I really need to go through and then go get some of my classic $20.99 comics out there. Love the $29.99 universe. And some others. So yeah, I mean, basically, if you never read this, is a really good opportunity to do that. It's all packaged right here. Obviously, there's Volume 1 that you can go get. So, do you have to get that now? Is it helpful? Sure. It definitely will add some layers to it. But I think, to me, generally, this is just an enjoyable read. Like, this was just a fun read. Afternoon, sit back, kick back, enjoy it. So you can go get this now. Go hit up your comic shops first and foremost. We got a link beneath this video where you can put in your zip code. It'll tell you if your shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We do have affiliate links, but there are affiliate links. We do get a small percentage of that. But you do support us by doing that. And speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for the review copy. We always appreciate the free reviews, free copies, and we like to be transparent about that. And thank you for watching. You help support us that way. Now, if you're into Spider-Man, if you're into comics, if you're into Marvel, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep swinging for those... Let's keep swinging for those clouds. Sure. And keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.